Good afternoon, everyone. Please let me know if my voice is audible. Good afternoon to everyone. Okay, so we'll just wait for 5 more minutes because it is a new session, new meeting link is there. So many of them have a little confusion. So let us just wait for a few more minutes and then we'll start the session. Okay, so kindly wait for another maybe 5 minutes. Hello and good afternoon. I hope my voice is audible and I'm clearly visible for all of you. So the reason why we started a little late was because your link is now updated, which means if you're trying to use the previous link, it will not work. Not only that, also when you're joining to this session, you should also sign in. Okay, so you have to create your account in Zoom. So because of that, there was a lot of confusion for many students, but I hope now it is cleared. Now you have got the link and you have understood the procedure. But let me just tell you again that from today, paid classes are going to start. So the link, whichever you have used today, you have to use the same link for the next 100 days, that is until the Java completes. Okay? And I can see that many of you have joined with your CodeNest ID and then your name. Very good. That is the same thing that you have to follow. Everyone has to follow. Okay, so in your Zoom account, you have to rename yourself with your CodeNest ID and then your name. And if in case you have not received your CodeNest ID, not to worry, you will certainly get it in another couple of days for sure. Okay, so you have to follow this way itself for all the upcoming sessions, and not to worry, this link, the message that we have put in Slack, it will be bookmarked so that for future days you can go see, you can directly go to the bookmarks and you can get the link directly. Okay, so these are the instructions, or these are the steps that you have to follow before you attend any of the classes from now on. All the classes you have to sign in, or you have to create your Zoom account. Only then you can join the session. Just by clicking the link, you will not be able to do that. And the main reason is, from day one, your attendance is getting recorded, and from today onwards, it will be maintained in a full strict way. Okay, and I can see some of you are messaging me in the Slack, so I will certainly answer your doubts, not to worry. So before we begin the session, we will first revise whatever we have done in the yesterday's class, not yesterday's, the previous class. Okay, so we have started, or we have understood what are the data types, what are the different data types present, and not only that, we have also understood what is the format. Every data will be stored in a certain format. What is that format in detail? We will be learning from now onwards, from today onwards. And as today is Monday, every Monday at the end of the session, I will be showing you all the drives that are happening in a week. Every Monday, I will be showing you all the drives, that are happening in a week. Okay, so at the end of the class, I will certainly show that. So we have understood what are data types, and then what are the 8 data types that we have. That is nothing but char, byte, short, int, long. So char is the data type which will store character type of data, and for integer or real number data, we will be using byte, short, int and long. And for the decimal part, okay, the decimal part is called as the real numbers. So for that we will be using float and double. And then there is also yes or no type of data. For that we will be using Boolean. So all these are the different 8 data types we have in Java. So in depth we will be starting from now onwards. So in previous session you have understood what is byte, short, int, long, and most importantly you have understood why we require 4 different data types to store integer type of data. Okay, so now in today's class you will be learning about what is this base 2 format. Okay, because we also need to understand in what format it will be stored. Why? Because every one of you know that the computer will understand only ones and zeros. So you need to understand how these numbers are getting converted to ones and zeros. There will be a specific format for that. And in brief, you have understood that, but actually how it happens, step by step procedure of how the numbers will get converted to ones and zeros, that we will be learning in today's session. Okay, so let us begin. I hope majority of you have joined now. Okay, great. So let us begin the session. So take the heading as base 2 format. Everyone, take the heading as base 2 format. Heading is base 2 format. Now what you have to do after taking down the heading? What you have to do? Tell me. After you note down the heading, what should you be doing? Yes, close your books and 100% focus on the board. Okay, I hope everyone has noted down the heading. Now close your books and now focus on the board. So base 2 format is the format which all the integer type of data follows. That is nothing but the 4 data types which we have seen in the previous session. We have understood what is the size, we have understood what is the range of numbers it can store. All this we have understood in previous session. Now we will be understanding, we will take some examples and we will understand how the conversion happens from the normal numbers to the binary numbers. That is nothing but your ones and zeros. Okay. So I'll take an example of byte. Okay. I'll write here as byte. And this is my variable name, and maybe I'll consider the value as 44. So this is the normal number or the decimal numbers that we are comfortable in using, right? But when you give this number to a byte data type, then this number will be converted to ones and zeros. So now you have to understand in which manner it will be converted. Okay. So this 44, as it is a base 2 format, so you have to go on dividing this 44 by 2. So if I divide this 44 by 2, what will I get? I'll get 22, 2 22s are 44. So remainder is 0. Next, again I will divide. 2 11s are 22. So here again the remainder is 0. Next, 2 5s are 10. So here the remainder is 1. Next, again I'll divide. 2 2s are 4. So again the remainder is 1. Next, 2 1s are 2. So again here remainder is 0. So now I cannot divide it further again. So I hope everyone knows how to divide a number by 2. So this is continuous. You have to continuously divide this number by 2. Okay. And whatever is this remainder is there, this number you have to read it in this order. You have, one second. You have to start from here and then you have to read it. So if you ask me, ma'am, what is the conversion or decimal conversion? sorry, base 2 conversion. This is in decimal format and its equivalent binary number or base 2 format is what? It is in this direction you have to read it. So it starts from 1. So 1, then 0, then 1, then 1, then 00. So now this number will be stored in computer or will be given to computer in this way. And who is going to do that? These data types itself will be doing that. Okay, so data types will be converting your number to a certain using a certain format. It will be converted to ones and zeros. Now tell me, everyone, what is the size of byte? Answer all the questions to the co-host. Okay, kindly send all the answers to the co-host. So my question is, what is the size of byte? Very good. It is 1 byte, right? Byte size is 1 byte. And what is 1 byte? It is nothing but 8 bits, correct? So this number, assuming that this is your memory where we have to store the numbers. So this will be 1 byte. 1 byte is nothing but 8 bits. So I will divide it into 8 bits. So now what is the name of this? A. So A is the name of this. And what is the numbers? Now you can see that here it is 6 numbers, but ma'am, here you have drawn 8 boxes. Correct. Now when you are inserting this value here, from here you have to start, not from like here you'll write 1 0 1 1. No, from here you have to start filling. So what is the first value? 0. So I'll write here 0, then again 0, 1 1 0 1. Ma'am, what about these two empty locations? Wherever you have empty locations, you have to put it as 0. Fill those empty locations with 0. So now this is how 44 will be stored in the computer. This is how it will be stored in the computer. Now, here one thing that you have to focus is, in this representation, this bit, the leftmost bit, sorry, the rightmost bit is called as least significant bit. It is called as LSB, which stands for least significant bit. And this is the least significant bit, and the leftmost bit or this bit is called as MSB. That is nothing but most significant bit. This bit is called as most significant bit. This bit is called as least significant bit. So now you might be thinking, ma'am, what is the importance of it, or why is it necessary for us to know it? Why? Because whenever your most significant bit, is, what is the value of this? 0. Whenever the most significant bit is 0, the number, this entire number is positive number. It is a positive number. And we know this is a positive number by looking at this number, this decimal number. But how will computer understand whether this is a positive number or negative number? It understands by checking this most significant bit. If the most significant bit is 0, then the computer will understand that it is the positive number. So this is how you convert your decimal number into binary using base 2 format. Okay, ma'am, great. But what if it is a negative number? Then what is the procedure? This might be your next question. So let us take one example of negative number also. So here I'll take byte, maybe b equals to, I'll use the same number, that is 44, but with a negative sign. Okay, I'll write it as minus 44. So we know what is the value for 44 now. Okay, so what is the value for 44? The value for 44 is 00, 10, 11 and 00. This is the number or binary representation of plus 44. So now if you ask me, what is the representation of minus 44? It's simple. You have to take 1's complement of this. You have to take 1's complement of this number. I'll just write it with more space. So it is 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay, so I have written it with some space in between them. So now you have to take the 1's complement of it. Okay, and if you ask me, ma'am, what is 1's complement? 1's complement is nothing but wherever you have zeros, you have to write it as 1. All the zeros will get converted to 1 and all the ones get converted to 0. This is called as 1's complement. Okay, so all the zeros will be converted to 1's and all the ones will be converted to 0. So let us do that now. Here it is 0, which means the 1's complement is 1. So 0, 1's complement is 1. 1 and then 1's complement is 0. 0, 1's complement is 1. 1, 1's complement is 0. 1, 1's complement is 0. And then 1 and 1. And not only this, after this you have to also take 2's complement. After this, you have to take 2's complement. And how you will do that is by adding 1 to the least significant bit. This is your least significant bit. You have taken the 1's complement. After taking 1's complement, you have to add 1 to the least significant bit to get 2's complement. And tell me now, everyone, what will be 1 plus 1? Tell me. What will be 1 plus 1? Okay. Some of you are saying 1. Some of you are saying 0. Some of you are also saying as 2. So, for those who are thinking as 2, remember, we are not doing arithmetic addition here. We are not performing arithmetic operations that 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. No. We are doing additions of binary numbers. We are doing addition of bits. Bit 1, bit 0. And I think you have studied this before, but maybe you have forgotten, but no problem. Okay, so in binary, whenever you are performing the addition of 1 plus 1, then the result will be 0. The result will be 0 with a carry of 1. This is very important for you to understand. Okay, so what did we do? 1 plus 1, it is not 2. Why? Because we are not doing arithmetic addition, we are doing binary addition. In binary addition, when you do 1 plus 1, the result will be 0 with a carry of 1. 0 with a carry of 1. And here again, check here, 1 plus 1. So what is the result? 0 with a carry of 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. And then there is no addition, so you can write it as it is. Okay, so this number is the binary representation of minus 44. So minus 44 is equivalent to 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. This is the binary representation of minus 44. Okay, so now what is the size of byte? It is 1 byte. So this number will be stored I'll divide it into 8 bits. And this number will be stored here. So 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 and 1. So now if you carefully look, what is the least significant bit? It is 0. What is the most significant bit? It is 1. So whenever your MSB or most significant bit is 1, then the number is a negative number. The computer can understand that whenever the MSB is 1, the number which is present here is a negative number. Okay. So whenever MSB is 1, it means it is a negative number. Okay. So I hope now you understood how the conversion happens, and the same conversion, this is called as base 2 format, and the same conversion is followed by byte, short, int and long. By all the 4 data types that are integer data types, follow the same conversion whenever you want to store any number into your computer. Okay, so quickly copy this down, and then I will be giving you some points and you have to do some conversion also. So quickly copy this down. Okay, I'll just repeat 2's complement once again because many of you are asking it. So 2's complement, when you have to take it, understand that first. Okay, so when it is a positive number, you have to divide the number by 2 continuously until you get the remainder as 1. Okay, either the remainder will be 0 or it will be 1, no matter whatever number it is. Okay, so you have to continuously divide the number by 2 And then whatever is the reminder, just write it here. And how you have to read this number is from last to the first reminder. In this direction, you have to read it. So note it down properly. Okay. So in this direction, you will be writing it. Next, you know that byte will occupy 1 byte of memory, which means there in 1 byte, there are 8 bits. So in 8 bits, I will be writing the number. Okay. So this number, I will start writing from here. Okay. And then all these numbers I will write. And if in case you have any vacant places or empty places, there you have to fill it with 0. Okay. And understand, this bit is called as least significant bit. And this bit, the leftmost bit, is called as most significant bit. And whenever your most significant bit is 0, it means that the number is a positive number. Because if we look at it with our eyes, we can clearly understand it is a positive number or negative number just by looking at the sign present before it. But how will computer understand? Because computer can understand only ones and zeros. So how will computer understand? Computer will look at the most significant bit. If the most significant bit is 0, it means that the number is positive. So now the question is, how will be the negative number converted to ones and zeros? Negative number, let us assume that it is minus 44. So take the same binary representation of first your positive number, follow that procedure, and then you have to take the ones complement. I'll just write it full so that you can understand. You have to take ones complement. Okay, and here you have to take twos complement. Okay, so you have to take the ones complement. And if you ask me, ma'am, what is ones complement? Ones complement is nothing but the same number, whatever you have written here, you have to change it in a way where all the zeros present in that number, replace it with 1. Wherever you are seeing zeros, replace this number 0 with 1. And wherever you are seeing ones, replace it with 0. Here 0, 0 is there, 1, 1. Here 1 is there, 0. 0 is there, 1. 1 is there, 0, and so on. So you will be getting the ones complement of it. Now if you ask me, ma'am, how to take twos complement to this number? Okay, I again repeat, because whenever you are revising, many people commit the same mistake. What they will do is, they will add all these 3 things. They will consider this row also and this row also. But that is not correct. You have to just consider this second row and then add 1 to it. For whatever ones complement you have got, for that ones complement, you have to add 1. If you add 1 plus 1, in arithmetic it is 2. In your decimal normal addition, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, and so on. But here you are not doing arithmetic addition. You are doing binary addition, which means 1 plus 1 will give you 0 with a carry of 1. Now there are many people who are telling, ma'am, 1 plus 1 is 1, ma'am. No. Logically, if I tell you, okay, logically, if I tell you, here 1 plus 1 is 2 itself. But how do you represent 2 in binary? You write it as 1, 0. And see here, it is 1, 0 itself. So 1 plus 1 is 2. But in binary, what is the representation of 2? It is 1, 0. Okay. So you have to write 1 plus 1 as 0 with a carry of 1. Then 1 plus 1. You can see I'm just reading 1 plus 1. I'm not saying 0 plus 1 plus 1. No. I am just saying 1 plus 1, which is 0 with a carry of 1. So 0 with a carry of 1. And then 1 plus 0. What is 1 plus 0? 1. So 1. Next, 0 plus. Is there anything? No. So as there is nothing, I have written these numbers as it is. And then this number is the 2's complement of 44. This number is the 2's complement of 44. So this number, I am writing it here. And we know that it is a byte data type, which means whatever value you are storing it in byte, it will occupy 1 byte of the memory. And 1 byte is 8 bits. So in 8 bits, these values will be stored. That is 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. And here, the computer will see at this number. The computer will check what is the most significant number. It is 1. So whenever the computer will see 1 in the most significant bit, it will understand that the number is negative. Okay, so I hope now everyone understood. Whoever has missed out on the initial of the classes have understood what we have done now. Okay, so quickly copy it down. Nakul, that we will understand in the next example. Okay, now focus on the example which I have taught here. There is no representation of LSB, that is least significant bit. It is for you to understand what is that bit called as. Okay. Ma'am, why 2's complement? That is the procedure. And I request everyone, whoever has got their CodeNest IDs, to rename yourself with CodeNest ID followed by your name. Don't just give CodeNest ID. Otherwise, how will I call you? How will I know what is your name? Okay, so use your CodeNest ID and then your name. Use both the things. And for those students who have not got your CodeNest ID yet, not to worry, you will get it in 1 or 2 days, definitely. Okay, not to worry. Vidya is asking, ma'am, why we need to do 2's complement? Because you need to store your negative number. How the negative number will be stored is this procedure itself. It is a procedure set by James Gosling. I mean, that is how the conversion happens, not by James Gosling, by mathematicians actually. No, Rahul, we will not be doing that. Ma'am, if you don't mind, how to check our attendance? You can check it in Student Pro app. If you are getting any confusion, you can tag Kavya Srinivas in your Slack and you can ask her. Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm facing the trouble to join. So I joined late. Could you please explain it once again? Afreen, I would love to explain it once again, but I have already explained it twice. And if I keep on explaining the same thing, I will not be able to proceed with the next topics. So I request you to watch the recorded session, Afreen. It is most significant bit. LSB is least significant bit. MSB is most significant bit, not byte. And tell me once you have copied down. Just 2 minutes are enough to copy it down. Least significant bit. And MSB is most significant bit. I hope everyone copied down. Ritvik, where did I tell 1 plus 0 is 0? 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 1 is also 1. This is my first class and we need to go through the previous recording classes, ma'am. Yes, Basavraj. You will get all the recordings in your classroom itself, classroom application. In that, you can go through all the recorded version, all the recorded videos, and then you will understand what I'm talking about, Basavraj. At last of the LCM, why we write 1 as 0? Okay, I am not writing here 1 as 0. Point number 1. Point number 2, this is not the calculation of LCM. It is just, I think this is called as some division it is. I'm not sure with the specific name, but it is normal division itself. Okay, so I'm not sure whether it is called as long division or what, but it is your normal division. I have divided 44 with 2. Two 22s are 44. So what is your remainder? It is 0. Whatever I have written here, these are the reminders. Okay, remainder. Okay, it is the remainder. So two 22s are 44. So remainder is 0. Two 11s are 22. So again, the remainder is 0. Two 5s are 10. So you can see the remainder is 1. Two 2s are 4. So remainder is 1. Two 1s are 2. So remainder is 1. Okay. Sorry, two 1s are 2. So remainder is 0. So it is the remainders that I have written. I have not converted anything here. Okay. So it is your normal mathematics itself, which you have studied in, I think, your primary or secondary. Okay, so I hope everyone noted it down. So now what you have to do is, now you have to consider 200 as the number and follow the same steps. Now your number is 200. So what you have to do? You have to convert this 200 to ones and zeros, that is its binary format, using base 2. Okay, so do this division, take all the reminders, write the number, put it in proper memory like a byte structure, and then what is the MSB? Write the same steps but taking the value as 200. So it is 2:48 now. I'll give you 5 minutes of time to do this. Okay, so quickly do it. Byte equals to 1 bit. No, Arnab. 1 byte equals to 8 bits. Swapna, can I ask when you have made the payment? I can see many of you are having doubts, but I will clarify your doubts one by one, and all the non-technical doubts, I will clarify it at the end of the session. Okay? All the non-technical doubts, kindly ask me at the end of the session. There I will be telling you. Okay, but right now, whatever is your technical doubt, you can ask me. Ma'am, after finishing classes and doubts, if we have any doubt, means whom do we have to contact or reach out for further query? I think Mahalakshmi is your name. Mahalakshmi, you can, after the session also, if you're trying to watch any recorded videos and if you have any doubt, you can reach me in the Slack. More about this, I will talk it at the end of the session, okay? Ma'am, why we put 2 zeros in front in a equals to 44? Why MSB 0? Because, Rahul, here we have converted 44 to ones and zeros and we have got this much of number. Now, as this number, I'm storing it in a byte. Okay, I'm storing it in a byte, which means I will be getting 8 bits. Okay, why? Because byte will occupy 1 byte of memory. In 1 byte, there will be 8 bits. So for this number, 8 bits will be allocated. From here, I am writing all the numbers. Wherever empty places are there, replace all those empty places with 0. That is why I have written here as 0. Okay. That is my point, Nikhil. I'll talk about it. Okay, great. So now, I know some of you might have questions or some of you might be having problems. Now, by understanding this example, I think all your doubts will be cleared. Okay. So many of you have sent me the answers. Let us solve and understand how did you get that answer and what might be the problem. Okay. So now what example I have taken? 200. So how you have to convert 200 to binary? You have to divide the number by 2 continuously. Okay. So I'll divide this number by 2. 2 hundreds are 200. So what is the remainder? 0. Next, 2 50s are 100. What is the remainder? 0. Next, 225 are 50. So what is the remainder? 0. Next, 2, 12 are 24. What is the remainder? 1. 2, 6 are 12. So what is the remainder? 0. 2 3s are 6. What is the remainder? 0. 2 1s are 2. What is the remainder? 1. So now I have got the number. I have divided 200 continuously until I get the remainder as 1 or as 0. It can be anything. The remainder, whenever you divide any number by 2, if the remainder is 1 or 0, it can be either of this. Okay. So now we have divided. Now this 200 is in which direction you have to go? You have to go it in this direction. You have to read this number, all these remainders in this direction. So what will be the number if you ask me? It will be 1, 1, 00, 1, and then 000. So this is your number. So now, how much byte will be? How much of size will be allocated for one for byte? 1 byte will be allocated. Okay, this is your 1 byte. Now I'm not sure how many of you have figured out this problem, but I'll tell you what is the problem here. Okay, so this is 1 byte. 1 byte contains 8 bits. So I will divide it into 8 bits. I'll divide it into 8 bits and then I'll start writing this number inside this memory location. I'll start it from here. So it is 0, 0, 0, then 1, then 00, and then 11. Perfectly, it is fitting in this 8 memory locations or 8 bits. Now, what is your least significant bit and most significant bit? This is your least significant bit. This is your most significant bit. And what does computer understands? Computer will see this most significant bit. If the most significant bit is 1, then the computer will understand that the number is a negative number. This is what computer is seeing. But you, all of you have eyes. So you look and tell me, is the number positive or negative? It is certainly positive, right? But ma'am, computer is understanding it as negative. So what is the solution? So now I will ask you a question. Everyone tell me, what is the range of byte? What is the range of byte? Tell me, all of you. Very good. It stores the number from -128 to 127. Byte will store the numbers from -128. One second, let it go so that there will be noise. There will be no noise. Okay, so byte will store the numbers from -128 to 127. So check here, is this number falling in that range? No. That is the main reason why byte can store the numbers only between -128 to 127. If you go beyond that, if you try to store 128, 129, 130 and so on, then this will be the problem. There will be contradiction of what we are seeing and how computer will see it. So that is why this number 200, if you try to store it in byte, You cannot. It will give you error. And today I will also show you what error you will be getting. I'm not sure if you have tried it out, but today we will try it out. Okay, I'll show you what error you will get when you try to store 200 in a byte, or when you try to store, let us assume 33,000 in a short. Because you know what is the range of short? It is 32,767 from 32,766, somewhere in this value, right? So if you cross that value, it will give you error. Why? Because while converting the numbers, it is contradicting. So now we have understood a problem, and we also know what is the solution. What is the solution? So wherever you have written this, tell here it is contradictory. It is contradicting. What is the contradicting now? Here we can see that it is a positive number, but how is computer understanding it as negative? That is a contradiction. Okay, so now what is the solution? Solution is go for the next data type. What is the next data type in integers? After byte it is short. So now store it in short. And tell me how much is the size of short? Everyone, what is the size of short? Very good. 2 bytes, which means this is only 1 byte. Now you will be getting, I'll just rub it. So now you will not have 1 byte. You will have 2 bytes. Conversion, everything is correct, but only the problem is while storing. So now we have understood that in byte we cannot store it, but we can certainly store it in short. Okay, so this is 1 byte. And this is another byte. So now we have got 2 bytes. So now how will the values get stored here? It will start from your least significant bit. Your rightmost bit is your least significant bit, and your leftmost bit is the most significant bit. Ma'am, will this not be the MSB? No. Why? Because here you don't have just 1 byte, you have combination of 2 bytes. And here, for your understanding, I am writing it in 2 different boxes. But in the memory, it will be stored it in one stretch itself. Okay, so now if you ask me how the value will get stored, it will start from here. So there is 000, there is 000, and then 1, and then 00, and then 11. So now we have 8 bits as empty. What will be stored in this 8 bits? It will be 0 will be stored in all the empty memory locations or empty bits. So now carefully look here. Now short is taking 2 bytes. Least significant bit, starting from here, you will start inserting all the values and see the most significant bit. What is it now? It is 0, which means computer will understand that this number is a positive number. It is a positive number. So Everyone, whoever has got this number, maybe this I have explained you now, but whoever has got this number correctly, raise your hands. Very good. Great. So almost half of you have got correct answer. Very good. And people who have not got the correct answer, don't get demotivated or don't be sad. Mistakes, you will learn from your mistakes. And whenever you learn from your mistake, you will feel more good. So next time, whenever you are doing this, you will understand it properly and you will pay attention while doing it. Okay, so now next thing that you have to do is this one. And now you have understood that in byte you cannot store it. So we will be doing it in short. So try to do this. What is the ones complement of it? What is the twos complement of it? Try to get it. 5 minutes of time. Which part are you not understanding, Aditya? Okay, whatever I'm saying, you're not understanding. Okay, it will be great if you specify any one topic so that I can repeat the explanation again. Did you understand how to get how to convert a positive number to its binary representation? Okay, great. So you are facing the difficulty for negative numbers, is it? What is the question? What is the question you are not understanding? Okay, so my question is, or the task that I have assigned you is this minus 200. Now you have converted plus 200 to its binary representation and stored it in its memory. Now do the same thing for minus 200. What is the minus 200? Okay, if I tell you, you will understand definitely. So try to put your efforts based on your previous example. Try to do it by yourself, and certainly I will also do it. Great. Many of you are giving answers. Ma'am, I have also doubt in complement part. Okay, Ritvik, I'll solve this question again, right? So I think your doubt will be answered at that time. Ma'am, why you have taken short, why not byte? Because Suraj, look at this number, Suraj, and count how many digits are there in this number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 digits are there. Now, if I store this number in byte, what will happen? Like this. Let us, in byte, only 1 byte will be allocated. So don't focus on this box now. Focus on only this box. Okay, so 8 bits are there, and I have written here the same number which I have written here. Okay, so all the numbers I have written. But if this was only 1 byte, so this will be your most significant bit, correct? This one will be your most significant bit. Now, if this is your most significant bit, what will computer understand? If at all, most significant bit is 1, it means the number is negative according to the computer. but we have eyes. We can clearly tell that no computer, this is not a negative number. This is a positive number. Point number one, we have understood one problem. Second problem is, if you have focused in the previous class, all the people who have this doubt, if you have focused in the previous class, I have given you the notes. What is the range of byte? I have written it as short, but earlier I had written as byte, correct? What is the range of byte? It can store values from -128 to 127. Correct? So tell me, is 200 in this range? It is not in that range. So certainly byte cannot store 200. And that you have understood by solving this problem. What will be the problem? If in case 200 was able to get stored in byte, then only one byte will be allocated and the most significant bit will be 1, which means that computer will understand it is a negative number. But we know that it is a positive number. So you can understand there are two problems here. Okay, so what is the solution? The solution is we have 3 more bytes, or we have 3 more data types. That is short, int and long. If byte cannot store 200, we have 3 more data types. And short can certainly store, not only short, even int can store this. If you are going with int, then how many bytes will be there? The size of int is 4 bytes. So like this, 4 bytes will be allocated. And in first byte, this will be the value. Second byte, third byte and fourth byte will have all zeros. And if long is there, then 8 bytes. It can also store this value, but all the remaining 7 bytes will be filled with zeros. So I hope now you are understanding why 200 cannot be stored in byte and why it is stored in short. And what is the problem? Because of this problem, every data type has a range. If you cross that range, in the tool you will get error, but you have to understand why it is giving error, what is happening internally. If you understand this, then you will get more clarity on why a particular data type is accepting the numbers from a specific range. Okay, so now I hope everyone have done conversion. Let me now do it. So what is the representation of 200 in binary format? It is 11, 00, 1 and 000. This is the representation, correct? So now I have to take the ones complement of it. What is the meaning of ones complement? Wherever, I'll just write it here for your reference. And you can also write it in your notes. But right now I request everyone to have 100% focus here. Otherwise you will again start asking me doubts afterwards. Okay? So what is ones complement? Wherever you have ones, replace it with 0. I'll not write ones like this because I have written ones complement here, right? Wherever you have 1, replace it with 0. Wherever you have 0, replace it with 1. This is ones complement. So 1, 1 is 0, 0. Next, 0, sorry. It is not just this 8 bits. We have to consider the entire 2 bytes. So I have to consider these numbers also. I have to consider these numbers also. Okay? Not only this. So what will be the number if you ask me? There are 8 zeros. Okay? There are 8 zeros. And then there is 11, 00, 1 and 000. Okay, so now we have written this entire 2 bytes you have to write, irrespective of whether one entire byte is taking zeros or not. You have to consider both these bytes. You have to consider entire thing. Don't think that, ma'am, everything is zero, so let me just neglect it. No, you have to consider both the bytes. Okay. So I have written here, so I have to take the ones complement now. So what is the ones complement? Wherever you have zeros, replace it with 1. Okay. 1, 1, 8 zeros are there, so I'm writing 8 ones. Okay. Next, 1, 1, 0, 0. Why? Because wherever you have ones, replace it with 0. 00, 11, 1, 0. 3 zeros are there, so 3 ones. So this is the ones complement of this number. But I have to take the twos complement. So what is twos complement? To this value, to only the ones complement, you have to add 1. You have to add 1 to it. So what you will get? The answer 1 plus 1 is 2, correct? But 2 in binary format is 1 0. Okay, so whenever we have 1 0, this 0 I am writing it here. This 1 is carry forwarded here. 1 plus 1 arithmetic wise is also 2, binary wise is also 2, but I cannot write 2 as decimal here. I cannot. I have to write the same 2 in binary format. And what is the representation of 2 in binary format? 1 0. So this 0 I am writing it here, and this 1 I am writing it here. Okay, I hope everyone is understanding this. Now this is nothing but 2, but this is in decimal, this is in binary. I am writing each and every point on the board so that you will not get any confusions when you are revising. Okay. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry forward 1. So again 1 plus 1 is 1 0. So here 1 0. 1 plus 1, 1 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 1. So this I'm writing it as it is. Okay. 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 and 1. Let me just count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Yes. So this number is the 2's complement, or in other words, it is the minus 200. It is minus 200. And what is the data type here? Short. How much memory will short take? 2 bytes. So this is your 1 byte. This is your second byte. So now 1 byte is equals to 8 bits. So I will divide this into 8. This is also equals to 8 bits. Okay, so now this value I have to start putting it here. What is your, where is your least significant bit? This is your least significant bit. And this is your most significant bit. Okay, and some of you were asking, ma'am, what is the use of least significant bit? The use is you have to start writing the numbers from least significant bit, not from here. Don't think, ma'am, here 1 is there. I know that it is 16 digits, and I know here also it is 16. So I'll start writing from here. You can, but the good habit is, the correct way is, start writing the numbers from least significant bit. Okay, so 000, 000, 111, 111, 00, 00. Next, everything is 1. So everything is 1. So now look at this number with a computer's eyes. Look at this number with a computer's eyes. Is the most significant bit 1? Yes. What does it mean? It is a negative number. And now look through human eyes. Is this number negative? Yes, it is negative. So now are you facing any problem? No. So now it is correct. Okay, I hope now everyone understood what is 1's complement, what is 2's complement, what is the use of most significant bit, and why byte can store only the values from -128 to 127. I hope all these questions have been answered. And these questions itself might be asked to the non-CSIS student in your interviews. You might be asked, tell me why does byte store only from this value to this value? And they might ask only with respect to byte, because certainly the calculation for short, int and long will be huge. So you might be asked about byte itself. Okay, so I hope now everything is clear. Follow this one thing. Whenever I ask you to raise your hands, raise your hands. But after that, kindly lower your hands, so that next time I ask question, you can again raise your hands. Okay, so everyone lower your hands. Everyone lower your hands. 4 people are still raising the hands. Okay. So now, for those who do not have any question, or it is 100% clear, all those people raise your hands. All the people who do not have any question, all your doubts are cleared, you understood what is the base 2 format, how it gets converted, the positive number as well as negative number. If everything that I have written on board is clear to you, and I'm asking only with respect to whatever is written on the board, if you have any other question, keep that aside. With respect to whatever I have written, is everything clear? Great. Awesome. So I can see that there are few 30 people who did not raise your hands. So whatever is your doubt, you can ask, I will solve it. But those whoever did not write it, or who have made a mistake while converting it or while writing it, kindly note it down properly. And now everyone can lower your hands. Okay, Swapna, you have made the payment on 30th April itself. Fine, Sapna. So if at all, you can contact the office number, Sapna, whatever is your problem. That is 8095 000 123. Whatever is your problem, you can contact to that number and get it solved. Okay, Ritvik, I think now you understood where you have went wrong and what is the correct thing. Ma'am, if we want cross-check the binary format, is it 200 using decimal format? Which method we have to use? That you will understand in today's session. Okay, who asked this? Diana. You will understand how you have to cross check whatever this number you have got or that number you have got is correct or not. How to cross check, I'll tell you. Okay. Because Akshay, if you try to convert 128, 127, do this as your task, Akshay. Okay, convert 128 or 129 or any number beyond the range of byte and see whatever conversion you are doing, it will be of 8 digits. It will be of 8 bits. And this 8 bits, if you try to store in 1 byte, then your most significant bit will be 1. And if your most significant bit is 1, it means the number is negative. It is not complicated. You people are complicating it in your mind. It is very simple. Focus on just the important parts. If MSB is 1, it means the number is negative. But look at the number. Is it negative? It's not negative. So here there is a problem. What is the solution to that problem? Solution is we have short, we have int, we have long. Why do we have all these data types? To store the values which is greater than 127 and also after 120 minus 128, lesser than minus 128. Those numbers you cannot store it in just 1 byte. If in case you store also, the most significant will be 1. Okay, so here is the problem, and for every problem there is a solution. What is the solution? Use short. Abhisheking as a ma'am, is there any shortcut method for finding binary of a decimal? No, I think you will get it on internet, but those are again tools which will follow the same procedure that I have written. But if you want to do it, this is the way you have to do it. Ma'am, you have don't wrong. I am first complement minus 200. I didn't understand what is your statement, Suraj. Yes, Sahil, what is your doubt? Just by writing ma'am, ma'am, ma'am in the chat box, I cannot understand. You have to tell what is, there's a confusion with the range. What is the confusion? No, it's minus 128 to 127, Sahil. Okay, everyone noted this down? Yes. Error name, yes, I will show you once I type this code and show you the output. But before that, there are few more things which you have to understand. Everyone noted? Okay, so below this, take the points. And please tell me, in the previous session, have I given you any points related to data types? Have I given you any points? Yes or no? No, right? Okay, so first I will give you the definition of data types and then I will give you points on this base to format also. Okay, so take the side heading as data types definition. Because data types as heading you have already taken it. So take down the definition of it. Ma'am, explain again -200 first complement. I would love to, Suraj, but if I keep explaining the same thing again and again, I cannot move forward. So I request you, please watch the video. But in short, if I have to tell you what is ones complement is nothing but whatever number you have got here, convert all the ones or replace all the ones with zeros and zeros with ones. As simple as it. Okay, try to understand it in a simple way. It is very simple. It's not complicated. Okay, so take down the definition for data types. Data types are the mechanisms, or data type is a mechanism. Data types is a mechanism Data type is a mechanism. Mechanism spelling I'll just write here for those who don't know. Data types is a mechanism to convert Data types is a mechanism to convert real world data Data types is a mechanism to convert real world data into binary and store in a particular location. In a particular location, in a particular format. Data types is a mechanism to convert real world data into binary and store in a particular location, in a particular format. Below that, next point, take the side heading as storage of integer data. Storage of integer data. And when I say integer, all the 4 data types, byte, short, int, long, all the 4 data types follow the same thing. There is no change. The change will be only with respect to the number of digits here and the number of bytes. That is the only change. The method, the procedure, everything, whether it is positive number, negative number, everything remains same. Okay? So below that, take a point. Positive integers will be stored in a base 2 format, and negative numbers will be stored negative numbers will be stored in 2's complement of base 2 format. Negative numbers will be stored in 2's complement of the base 2 format. Negative numbers will be stored in 2's complement of base 2 format. I repeat the point again. Positive integers will be stored in base 2 format and negative integers will be stored in 2's complement of base 2 format. Clear? So now, let me show you the error that you will be getting. Okay? One minute, I'll be sharing the screen. Okay, so this is the main method. What is this tool? How to install this tool? Also, I will be telling you in today's session, not to worry. Okay, so let me just consider byte. One second. Yes. Let me consider byte value. Same thing I'll show you. Okay. So what I have written, I have given 44 value to a variable a, which is of type byte, and here I am printing it. Okay, and I have to give a name to this. Maybe I'll give it as launch. Okay, I have to also save it. So I'll go file, save as. Okay, and this was a location where we are writing all our programs. So I'll just write launch. You can see it is already .java. So I need not give .java again. So I'll say save. Okay, I have saved it. So now I have to compile it. Okay, I'll compile. You can see it is showing press any key to continue, which means there is no problem. Okay, so I'll press any key and I'll execute it. 44 is getting printed. But ma'am, we want to see the negative. You will see. Okay, but now I'll show you the problem first. The error message I will show you. Internally, all this is happening base 2 format, and then only it is displaying 44. Okay, so see what will happen if I try to give 200 to A. Okay, I have saved it. Now I will compile it. You can see you're getting an error message. What is it saying? Incompatible types. Why is it incompatible? Because when you convert this 200 to the base 2 format, then it is not giving a proper message. Because it is taking 8 digits, MSB is 1, which means it is a negative number. So because of all these reasons, it is incompatible. Okay, and it is also saying possible lossy conversion from int to byte. So it is now considering this as an integer, and when you are converting it to byte, there is a possibility of lossy conversion. What is that? You will understand. Okay, but the thing that you have to focus here is you cannot store any value beyond that range to byte data type. Okay, so if I try to give 128 also, it will give me error. I'll save it, I'll compile it. You can see 128 is also not compatible. But if I give 127, it will work. Okay, I have saved the program. I'll compile. You can see, press any key to continue, which means there is no problem. And if I print it, it is getting printed. Okay, so this is the error message that you will be getting if you try to store any value that is beyond the range of a specified data type. Okay. Let me also show you of the other ones, that is integer also. Okay, integer short also I'll show you. So short will accept the values ranging from 32,767, right? So I'll give 32,767. It will accept this value. Okay, so I'll save it. I'll compile. You can see no error message I'm getting. If I execute it, it will show me the correct number itself. But if I make it as 768, 32,768, and now if I save, and now if I compile, you can see it is giving me error. Why? Because this value cannot be stored in that short data type. If I have to store this value, I have to make use of int. And the same thing applies for negative also. Minus 32,768, it will accept. So first I'll show you this one. It will accept this value, okay, because it falls in the range. So I'll compile, no problem. I'll execute, it will show me the correct value itself. But if I change it to one value more than that, and if I save my program, if I compile it, you can see error message. Why? Because it is not in the specified range of short. And the same thing happens for int and long as well. You can try it out. The same sorry. The same problem will be, the same procedure you can follow for int and long also. But now I want to show you one interesting thing. Okay, I want to show you one interesting thing. Let me give it here as byte and let me write it as 44 itself, or let me give it as 45. How does it matter? Okay, so now I am printing this. I'll save it. I'll compile. Everything is fine. What will be the output? 45. Great. But now what I'll do is I'll copy this. I'll paste it again. Okay, 1 second. I wanted to copy both the things. Now if I paste it, I'll just change the value. Maybe I'll give it as B. And here, I'll give it as 0.45. So now tell me, for this value, what did you get the output? You got it as 45 itself. Okay. Here I'll just print as B. And here, tell me what will be the output for this? 45. Error. Okay. 45, 45, 0.45. Okay. Why will it give error? Tell me that first. Minus 45. Why will it print minus 45? Okay, there are majority of you are having some ideas in your mind. So now carefully look, I will save my program. I'll save my program. I'll compile it. No problem, which means whoever was telling that it will give error, it will not give error. I'm trying to store 45. In that it is 45 is in the range of minus 128 to 127. So no error you will get. So now I will execute it. See what is happening? 45 is correct, but the second print statement is giving you 37. The second print statement is giving you 37, which means the value of B is 37. Let us understand why. But before that, I'll also give you a few more things. I'll paste it again. And this time what I'll do is, I'll change the name. And here I'll give it as 0x. And I'll print C. So now tell me what might be the output. Very good. Some of you are guessing it. Error. Why error? Okay. Okay. Very good. I'm happy that some of you are thinking in a right way and trying to understand what will be the output. Okay, so I'll save this program. You see what is the output, then we will understand how did that output come. Okay, I'll compile it. No error, absolutely it will work fine. So I'll execute it. Oh, it is giving 69. Let us understand why. So first print statement is giving 45, correct? Second statement is giving 37. Why we will understand it. So third statement is giving us 69. Okay. So I'll press any key and it is giving 69. Okay. I'll try one more thing. And here you can, this is how you can cross verify. I'll write it as 0B 0011 0010. You can take any number. Okay, I'll change the name from A to D. Here also I'll change. So now, what will be the output? Any guesses? So now I think everyone understood what is happening. Why you will understand, Aditya. Why is the question which I will answer. Okay, so now let us understand what will be the output. I've saved the program. Okay, I'll compile it. It is working fine. I'll execute it. Oh, it is giving 50. Okay, for this I think everyone understood. It is giving 50 because this number, whatever I have written, is the binary representation of 50. So instead of taking 50, let us give whatever is the binary conversion of 44 itself. Okay. Let me just change this number to the binary conversion of 44. That is nothing but 0010 1100. Okay. So I will just remove this 50 from here. I'll save. I'll compile. No problem. I'll execute. You can see it is getting 44 itself, which means whatever conversion we did is correct. Okay, so it is giving 44. So now the question is, you have to understand how did these values come, or why did 045 gave the output as 37, 0x 45 as 69, and why did this give as 44? I think the last part majority of you have understood, but now let us understand the three things. Okay. Oh, it's already 3:50. Okay, so actually I had to show you this as well. I mean, whatever we did now, I have to explain you that. And also the tool that I was using while I was just showing you the output, that tool is called as Edit Plus. Earlier, we have solved all the programs, we have written it in Notepad, we understood how to compile it, execute it, all that we understood. And we also understood that it is not a very easy thing, or the user interface was not very comfortable. So next is, now we will be using Edit Plus. So there are two things remaining. One is I have to tell you why you were getting that output, how you are getting that output. And the second thing that I have to tell you is installation of Edit Plus. Okay, but because there is no time, I can do only one thing. So you tell me, shall I explain you the output first, and maybe in tomorrow's session I'll tell you how to install Edit Plus, or the other way? Everyone follows with my procedure. First I'll explain you how did you get the output. Tomorrow I'll explain you how to install Edit Plus. Is that fine? Yes? Okay, great. So now I'll explain you the output. Tomorrow I'll show you how to install Edit Plus. Okay, fine. So what did we do? We wrote byte A equals to 45, and then I'll not write system.out.println. In section itself here, I'll write the output. Okay, the output was of this was 45. This I hope everyone understood. Next is byte B equals to, I wrote it as 045. I wrote it as 045, and what did you get as output? We got as 37. Why? We will understand. Next, I wrote byte C equals to 0x45, and the output was 69, I think. Why? We will understand. Next, I also wrote it as byte D equals to 0B of, I think it is 00. Let me just check what was the number. It is 001011. 00101100, right? Yes. So this gave us the output as 44. This I hope everyone understood, but again we will understand how and why also. Okay. So now, before I explain that, let me tell you, byte A equals to 44 or any value. Here, whatever we have written, this byte, what is it? It is called as data type. It is one of the data types. Correct? So whatever you write here, whether that is byte, short, int, long, char, anything, it is a data type. Okay, technically it is called as data type. And this A, whatever we have written, technically that is called as variable name. Variable name. Okay, this 44, it is a value. Value is in a generic term, but if you want to tell it technically, it is called as literal. It is called as literal. Literal value. Literals means the values that you will be giving to a variable. These are called as, technically it is called as literal. Now, in this example, you saw that some things I have written before the number. Some things I have written before the number, and in future classes, or I think in the long section, in the data types part, in the long section, I told you that you have to write L at the end to signify it is a long number. And these things, whatever you write before a number is called as prefix. It is called as prefix, and whatever here I'll be writing, this is called as, after the number if I'm writing something, it is called as suffix. Many of you will be knowing this, but people from non-CSIS or some people will not be remembering this. Or you might be thinking, it is very small things, ma'am. Why are you explaining this much? Sometimes it is required to explain the things in a detailed way. Okay, so now you have understood what is prefix, what is suffix, what is a literal, what is a variable name, what is a data type. Okay, just write this much in 1 minute. Just write this much in 1 minute, and not even 1 minute, and we'll continue. Quickly write it. Prefix, suffix is a common in English grammar, I know, but in English words it is common, but in programming how it makes sense, that also you have to understand. See, some people might be like, ma'am, these are all silly things, ma'am. Why are you explaining so much in detail? As I'm keep on telling you, every technology, every concept will be taught from scratch. We will assume anything that you might be knowing it. I will not assume that you know these things. I will not assume you know what is a binary number. I will not assume it. I will tell you, because I have to consider all you people. How many students are there in this session? 125. I have to consider all 125 people, and I have to teach. Not just one group of students. No, I have to consider everyone. So I hope everyone finished it, writing. So next, we have to now understand why did we get that output. Okay. So first we will understand this. I hope there is no confusion with respect to the first statement. It is perfectly fine. Okay. There is no suffix, there is no prefix, there is nothing. It is a number, it is a decimal number, and you are getting the same output. So here, now that there is no confusion, because I know that there will be no confusion. Okay. But here I know that there will be confusions. So now let us understand why we got 37 as the output. Byte B equals to 045. So this 045 is whenever a number, what is a number here? 45 is the number. Whenever a number is given a prefix as 0, this 0 stands for octal number. This 0 means this number is not your normal decimal number. It is a octal number. Okay, it represents octal number. Now, 0 we understood. This 4 and 5. Whenever we are taking octal numbers, every digit will be converted to its binary format. So 4 in binary format is written as 100. 4 in binary format, it is written as 100. If you ask me, ma'am, how did you get this 100? Then divide 4. 2 2s are 4, which means remainder is 0. Again, 2 1s are 2, which means remainder is 0. Read it from here, 100. Same thing I have written here. Okay, so it is a normal division itself. There is no new concept that I am thinking that you know. How did we get 100? With your base 2 format itself, we got it as 100. Okay, and this 5. This 5 is nothing but 101. And again, if you do that division, you will get it as 101. Okay, so these numbers or any number in octal format, usually it will be from 0 to 8. Okay, every number will be stored in 3 digits. I can also write this 100 as 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Anyhow, I can write it. But whenever it is octal, the number is written in 3 digits. Okay? And this is the binary representation of it. So now, what you have to do is, when you are converting this binary into the decimal, what happens is 2 to the power of 0. This is the 0th position. Starting from here, least significant bit. Starting from right side, it is 2 to the power of 0 plus 2 to the power of 1 plus 2 to the power of 2 plus 2 to the power of 3 plus 2 to the power of 4 plus 2 to the power of 5 plus 2 to the power of 6. Okay, this is not here. 6 digits are there, starting from 0 to 5. I have written it. Now, wherever zeros are there, 2 to the power of 5, it is correct. 1 is there. Here it is 0, which means this will get cancelled. This will get cancelled. And 2 to the power of 1 will get cancelled. Ma'am, how did it get cancelled? I'll tell you in a proper way. 100, 101. This is your 0th location. This is your 0th location. This is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. These are the locations. And what did I do? As I want to convert the binary to decimal, I have to convert it by using this way. 2 to the power of 0 plus 2 to the power of 1 plus 2 to the power of 2 plus 2 to the power of 3 plus 2 to the power of 4 plus 2 to the power of 5. Now obviously, if I'm doing this, it will get cancelled because here it is 0. So here this got cancelled, these got cancelled. What is remaining? 2 to the power of 5 plus 2 to the power of 2 plus 2 to the power of 0. 2 to the power of 5, what is it? 32. So 32 plus 2 to the power of 2. 2 square is 4 plus 2 to the power of 0. Any number to the power of 0 is 1. And if you add this, 32 plus 4, 36. 36 plus 1, 37. This is how you got 37 as the output. So I hope now whatever question mark was there, that is no more there. Whenever you write any number with a prefix of 0, then that number is considered as an octal number. It is not considered as a decimal number. It is considered as an octal number. And all the octal numbers will be represented with 3 digits with the zeros, with binary format, and then in whatever position they are, put that into 2's power of that position. 2's power of 0th position, 2's power of 1st position, 2's power of 2's position, and so on. After that, what you have to do is, wherever zeros are there, in whichever position it is, cancel it, because that is not necessary for us. What is necessary for us? The values present at the first location or wherever 1 is present. That you have to consider. Take the value of it, add it, you will get the octal number. And this might not be a new thing for many of you. Maybe, I think every one of you might have done this in your high school or something in your mathematics class. But it's just that you might have forgotten it. Nothing new. So in programming, if at all you are giving any number with a prefix of 0 to any data type, any integer data type, this is how it will be evaluated or converted, and you will be getting the value. Great. So next we have to understand 0x. And by people, if you have understood octal, you can easily guess that, ma'am, this is a hexadecimal value. Yes, correct. 100% correct. It is a hexadecimal conversion. So now let us understand what is hexadecimal. Okay. So what have I written there? Byte C equals to 0x45. And I know time is exceeding, it is almost 4:05, but because we have started a little late, let us finish this topic and end the session, okay? So 0x45. So whenever you are giving a prefix of 0x to any number, then that number, when you try to print it, it will not give you the decimal value. It will give you the hexadecimal value. And if you ask me, ma'am, how will I get that hexadecimal? In a similar way. In a similar way, not same. There is difference between same and similar. Okay? So 4 in terms of binary is 100, correct. And 5 in terms of binary is 101. But when it comes to hexadecimal, you have to consider 4 digits. When it comes to octal, you have to consider 3 digits. But when it comes to hexadecimal, this 3 digits is not considered. 4 digits is considered. So I'll just add a 0 in front of it. Same thing I'll do here also. In hexadecimal, 4-bit representation is followed. Okay, so now again do the same things. What is the position of it? This is 0th position. This is 1st position. Let me just write it properly. It is 0, 1, 0, 0, and then 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, I'll write the positions now. It is 0th position. This is 1st position, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And these positions, you have to take these positions as the power of 2, because you are converting the binary to a number, a decimal number. So 2 to the power of that position. And then you have to remove all the 0 values. So what will get cancelled out here? This will get cancelled, this will get cancelled, cancel, cancel, cancel. So what is remaining? 2 to the power of 6 plus 5 cancel out 2. 2 to the power of 2 and 2 to the power of 0. So 3 ones are there, 0th location, 2nd location, and 6th location. So now this value you have to calculate. 2 to the power of 6 is what? 64. right? Yeah. 64 plus 2 to the power of 2, 4, plus 2 to the power of 0, 1. 64 plus 4 is 68. 68 plus 1 is 69. This is how you got the value. So how did you get this? I hope it is clear now. So this question mark is also clear. Great. I'll just explain it once again. Here, whatever is 4, write the binary representation of it, but in hexadecimal, you have to consider 4 bits. So I will add a 0 to it, and here also. And then the same number I have written here, and then whatever is its position, take the 2's power of it and add. Consider only those positions where 1 is there. So 1 is present here, here and here. 6th location, 2nd location and 0th location. Take its value, add it. You will get the hexadecimal value. I hope I'm clear till here. Next is what part? This part. So this part, I think everyone can do it. So take this as assignment. Okay, do it. If you are not getting it, ask me tomorrow. I'll again solve it. Is it okay, or do you want me to solve? Will you take this as assignment? Because I think by this approach you have understood how you have to do that. Okay, so take it as assignment, make it interesting. See, it will be interesting only when you put efforts. Whatever you are learning, not only Java, not only other technologies, whatever you are learning, make a habit of doing a little bit research from your side also, or solve more examples which is similar to this. Then you will get 100% clarity, because when you put efforts, when you start to solving things with your understanding, that is when you will get 100% clarity. Okay, so with a similar procedure, I'm not saying same, with a similar procedure, if you try to solve this, I'm 100% sure that you can do it. Okay, so take this one as your assignment, and I have given the same number. Okay, so do it. If not, if you're not getting it tomorrow, I will solve it, and we will also understand how to install Edit Plus, and we will move further ahead with different other formats. But I hope in conclusion of today's class, what we have understood what is base 2 format, how numbers will be converted to the base 2 format. Second thing, we understood why or what will happen if you give any number that is out of range, why it will give error internally with respect to memory, what will happen. I hope you have understood that. And the same problem will happen with all the data types, short, int, long. The reason why I didn't show int and long is it is a little bit lengthier procedure, but it is same, no difference. So that you have understood. Next, you have understood the prefix of integers. Suffix also we will understand when the time comes. Okay, why you have to give L to the long, we will understand. Okay, so I hope you have understood this much. So quickly note it down, and I have to give you 1 or I think 2 points with respect to prefixes. I will give that, and then we will end the session. Okay, so another 10 minutes and we will end the session. So quickly note it down. Okay, many of you have also done the assignment also. Very good. Why we need to remove zeros? Because 0 means Basavraj, that's what. Kindly watch all the previous recordings, so you will understand 0 means there is no input, there is no voltage. Okay, the reason why zeros and ones is zero means there is some voltage or there is some input. There is no input, and one means you are providing some input. That is why we will consider ones and not zeros. Repeat once byte C first part. Okay, byte C. In byte C, see, I have included 0x as prefix. Whenever you include 0x as prefix, Ritvik, 0x represents hexadecimal. Okay, with any number, if you attach 0x as prefix, it will become a hexadecimal value. Okay, and hexadecimal values are 4-bit values. Every value is a 4-bit value. So that is why 4, I have represented it with 4 bits. And 5, I have represented it with 5 bits. Ma'am, please, where 01001010 came from in last example? Neha, that is what I'm trying to tell. This 4, if you divide it in a base 2 format, if you convert 4 to the base 2 format, you will get as 100. You can try it and check it. Okay, it is 100, but as it is a hexadecimal value, it will take 4 bits, which means the 4th bit is empty. Whenever any bit is empty, we will replace that bit with 0, empty bits with zeros. That is why I have written 0 here. Same thing follows for 5 also. When you convert 5 to the base 2 format, you will get 101. But that is a 3-bit. It is hexadecimal. So I need 4 bits. So what I'll do, I'll insert or I'll add one more 0 to the empty bit. Okay, and then I will merge both of them and I'll take its position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0 to 7, 8 bits, and I'll take those positions, I'll take its power, 2's power of that position, I'll add. But I'll not consider all the values. I'll consider only those values where 1 is there. Why? Because 1 means you are giving some input, there is some voltage, but wherever 0 is there, there's no voltage. Okay, so I'm cancelling out all the zeros. I'm considering only ones. And then I'm taking its, I'm writing it here, taking its value and then getting the answer. I hope it's clear now. What about B? I've shown you. What about B? Octal. I've shown you. Ravi Shankar. Awesome, Abhilash. Ma'am, by seeing prefix, how to tell it's octal or hexa? Kavya, you tell me by seeing both the prefix. In byte B, what is the prefix? 0 is the prefix. Whenever 0 is the prefix, it is the octal number. Whenever 0x is the prefix, it is a hexadecimal. Just by looking at the prefix, you can tell whether it is octal or hexadecimal. And similarly, by looking at 0b, I'll just underline the prefixes here. Here you can see that there is no prefix. For byte A, there is no prefix. Now this is not underscore. I'm highlighting that. Now some of you might be seeing this as underscore. No, it's not underscore. I'm just telling you that there is no prefix. I'm highlighting that. Here, there is a prefix. What is the if there is a 0, it means it is octal. If it is 0x, it means it is hexadecimal. If it is 0b, it means it is binary. I will give you this point once you note it down. Okay? Fine. So take a point and then I'll definitely show you what are the drives. I will show you. I'll not push it to tomorrow's class, not to worry. So take down the point. Take down the point. Take the side heading as prefixes in integer literals. Prefix in integer literal. Take the side heading as prefix in integer literal. Below that, first point, if an integer if an integer is prefixed with nothing, if an integer is prefixed with nothing, then if an integer is prefixed with nothing, then it will be treated as decimal number. It will be treated as decimal number. Next point, second point, if an integer literal is prefixed with, if an integer literal is prefixed with if an integer literal is prefixed with 0, 0x, 0b, if an integer literal is prefixed with 0, 0x, 0b, then it will be treated as octal, hexadecimal, hexadecimal, and binary, respectively, as shown above. So I think above that point, you have noted down these things. Okay. So we will be concluding today's topic here. And from tomorrow, I will show you the drives, don't worry. Okay, I will show you, but let me first tell what I want to tell. So from tomorrow onwards, class will be same, 2 o'clock sharp, the meeting. In fact, I can see many of you will be joining before 2. I will also start the meeting before 2 itself, 10 minutes before. So keep a habit of attending any meetings, whether it is going to be your mock interview or actual interviews or class. Make a habit of not being late. Because you people are coming late and because it is the first paid class, the link was different and there were several other instructions. Because of that, I have started today's session late by 10 minutes. But from tomorrow onwards, 2 o'clock sharp, I will be starting the session. So make sure that you are joining the session at 2 o'clock, or it's very good if you join 5 minutes before, so that I can start the topics on time. I can finish the topics on time. If I started late, if I delayed in the starting, then certainly in the end also it will get delayed. Okay, so what instructions you have to follow from tomorrow onwards for every class? First thing is create your Zoom account and make your name, whatever is your profile name, make it as your CodeNest ID and then your name. Now, some of you might not have got your CodeNest ID yet. Not to worry, you will be getting it. But until then, at least give your full name. Okay, don't just leave it with your CodeNest ID. CodeNest ID followed by your name. Second thing, join the session 5 minutes before so that we can start the topics on time. Third thing, I know that in the previous session I had told you multiple technologies will be starting from today. But because there were few more people who were requesting, ma'am, we need a little bit time to make the payment. So that is why your multiple sessions will start from Wednesday for sure, without any delay. For sure, it will start from Wednesday onwards. Ma'am, which technologies will start? What will be the timing? What is the link? All those things, it will be provided to you by Tuesday, end of the day, in your Slack group. Okay, so Slack is the group which we use to communicate with all the students. And you also can communicate with us. You can send us messages if you are facing any problem in Slack. Don't ask for personal numbers. We will not be sharing the personal numbers, but you can connect with us. You can message us. You can ask your doubts by messaging in the Slack group. And my username in the Slack group is, if you want to connect to me in the Slack group, Meghna M, CodeNest Trainer is my profile name. Okay, this is my name in the Slack, so you can message me personally and ask whatever doubts you have. So all the instructions regarding classes, timings, links, updates, everything, even the drive details, everything will be shared in the Slack itself. Slack is the medium through how we can communicate with you, connect with you. Not only this, you will all the the start date, end date of all the technologies. When will web technology start? When will database start? All these things you will be getting it to your mail IDs. To your mail IDs, you will be getting it by Tuesday end of the day. Okay, so before Tuesday, you will know which technologies is going to start, when it is going to start, and all the links will also be provided by Tuesday end of the day itself. Okay, so now I will show you the drives that are happening in this week, and not only today, every Monday I will be showing you the drives that are happening throughout the week. And then daily drives also I'll be showing you on daily basis. Okay, so I'll show you the drives. After that, whatever technical or non-technical doubts you have, you can certainly ask it in the chat box. Okay, so for if you don't have any more doubts, we will be stopping our session here. Thank you. Please take care of yourself, and we will see you tomorrow at the same time, 2 o'clock. Now let's focus on the drives. So I'm sharing my screen. So we have 14 drives that are happening in this week. I'll just refresh it once. Okay, so Broadridge, I think this drive is getting conducted today itself, and I think it has already got conducted. So Broadridge is a company which is offering 5 lakhs per annum, and it is for member technical is the job role. People from BE, BTech, ME, MTech can apply. Graduates from 2020 and 2021 from CS, IT, IS, ECE and EEE branch, with 60% or 6% 6 CGPA throughout in your graduation. There is no throughout, which means if in 10th or 12th you have less than 60, it's okay. So they are asking 60% or 6 CGPA in graduation, not throughout your academics. And the required skill sets are Java and SQL. Next, there is a company called as CGI, which is offering 3.02 lakhs per annum to 3.8 lakhs per annum. And it is for associate software and also for test engineers. So you can see it is for both developers as well as test. So it is open for both the fields. And people from all these specifications can apply. 2020 to 2021 graduates from CSIT, IS and ECE, 60% or 6 CGPA throughout the education. So carefully read at this throughout the education or only in the graduation. You have to focus on all these points when you are reading any job description of CodeNest. Not only of CodeNest, in general also. And what are the skill sets they are asking? Core Java, and DBA stands for database administration, which is nothing but your SQL part. Okay, so database administration is nothing but one of the positions for SQL developers. So next there is Dave AI, which is offering 3 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs per annum. It is for quality analyst, which means it is for testing profile. Any qualification, any specialization, any qualification means you can be from BE, BTech, BCA, MCA, anything. Okay, any specialization means you can be from non-CSIS or CSIS background. 2020 and 2021 graduates, any percentage criteria, you can have 50%, 40%, just passed out from your graduation, any percentage is available, is fine. And all this functional testing, regression testing, user acceptance, UI testing, sanity testing, all this you will learn in your manual testing. Okay, in your manual testing, which means students from DCP1 as well as DCP2 can apply for this. Next, we have HackerEarth, which is offering 6 months of intern. And you can see that some of these companies I might have showed you in demo also, which means whenever they have requirement, they'll be coming again and again. It's not like they'll just come once in a year. No. If this month they have requirement, they'll come. If next month or next week they have their requirement, again they will be coming. Okay, so every month you might be getting it. The job role is full stack developer, any qualification, any specialization, any percentage criteria, and people from 2020, 2021, 2022 graduates can apply. And it is for it is for full stack. which means front end and any programming knowledge is fine. Next, there is Intelligent, which is offering 3 lakhs per annum for associate software or test engineers. These many qualifications can apply. These many branches are can apply for this drive. People from 2019 can also apply for this. And if you have 60% or 6 CGPA in your graduation, that is fine. And the required skill set is Java. There is another company called as Ivy, which is offering 5 lakhs per annum. It is for associate tech ops, and people from BE BTech can apply. Graduates from 2020 to 2021 in any specialization, which means even non-CSIS people can also apply. 60 to 65% or 6.5 CGPA and above throughout your education, and the skill sets are Java and SQL. Next, we have Nile. Nile is also a river. I just remember it. It is a name of river as well. So Nile is another company which is offering 3.25 lakhs per annum for trainee software developer. People from BE, BTech, ME, MTech, MCA, BCA can apply. 2022 graduates can only apply. And it is for CS, IT and IS people. Any percentage criteria. And it is requiring advanced Java and aptitude as their main skill set. Next, we have Ramco, which is offering 4.5 lakhs per annum. It is for analyst to programmer. And this is the qualifications necessary. You can see here, they have specifically told 10th and 12th, 70% above, and graduation above 60%. This is one of the things, or 10th and 12th above 60% and graduation above 70. So any of these two things, if you are eligible, you can apply. And the skill sets required are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery and Oracle. So Oracle is the software that we use for SQL. Next, SLK is a company which has 2 requirements. Okay, you can see this is one requirement. This is the second requirement. First is for testing profile. Okay, this is for testing profile. People from BE, BTech, from these many branches, this year of passing out can apply. 60% or 6 point, I think it should have been 6.0 CGPA in graduation. And then this is for testing profile. So manual testing and automation testing is necessary. And the same company is also coming for developers as well. So here the skill set is Java and SQL. Next, there is Tanaya company, which is offering for 3 to 3.5 lakhs per annum for software engineer. And these are the necessary information. 60 to 6 CGPA throughout your academics. Next, there is Technodices, which is offering 5 lakhs per annum for 3 requirements, that is software development engineer or application engineer or member of technical staff. So they will decide based on your performance which is your job role. And people from all these specifications can apply. Only 2022 graduates with any specialization or any percentage criteria. And the skill set is Java. Next, we have Technosophy, which is offering 6 to 7 lakhs per annum. It is offering for associate software engineer. People from these specializations can apply. 2022 graduates, CSE, IT and ECE people can apply. 65% throughout your academics. And they are asking for Java, both core and advanced. Next, we have Trices. I think Technosophy, Trices, HackerEarth, I have showed it in demo also. So it means that they still have vacancies and it is still not filled, which means they will be coming in the future also until their openings have been filled. So it is offering for software engineer. People from BE, BTech, MCA, MSc can apply. 2022 graduates with any specialization, any percentage criteria, any programming knowledge. Okay, that's it. So there are 14 drives that are happening in this week. And by the analysis, I think one was there for 2019 graduates also. Okay. So now let me check for the doubts. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the chat box now. And please message to the co-host, guys, because I can see some of you are messaging to the host. I'm again telling you, I will not be able to monitor both the systems at the same time. Okay, so please ask it in the co-host section. D is 44. Yes, correct. D is 44. Ma'am, I solved the value. Good, Gaurav. Very good. Ma'am, A equals to 45. Answer is 37. No. A is 45. B is 37. I have written it correctly. Please look at the board correctly, Ravi Shankar. Okay, great. Byte C equals to 098. Is it correct octal number format? Narayan, try to work on this. Octal will usually accept the values from 0 to 7. It will not accept 9 and 8 because 9 and 8 are not the digits which fall under the octal values. Okay, so 098 is not an octal number. Byte D300. No, you cannot have 300 in byte. It is not in the range. Ma'am, I am not able to open JDK even after successful installation. What should I do? You cannot open JDK, Iftisham. If you have installed JDK, then great. But you cannot open JDK. JDK is not a tool. It is a software. If you have installed JDK successfully, try writing a small Hello World program. Or we have written so many programs now. 3 to 4 programs we have already written. Try writing it in Notepad, save that file with the class name in which main method is present, with .java extension, and give correct commands while you are compiling and executing in the command prompt. Okay, if you are getting the output, JDK is successfully installed. Ma'am, can we apply for these drives, ma'am? Yes, Mallikarjun, you can apply if you have paid full amount. If you have paid full amount, then only you can apply for drives. If you have paid only half of the amount or any installments, you cannot. Only when you pay the complete fees, then you will be eligible for the drives. Ma'am, why we are adding 1 in first complement? It's like, it is how it is. It is the standard way. It is a proper step-by-step method. How to join Slack. You will be getting one invite, Afreen. You will be getting one invite. There in the mail, you can see that there will be a button where you have to click on how to join or join to the Slack group, and then you can follow the steps. Any other prefixes other than these 3? No, for integers, these are the only three prefix, Kavya. Please add me in Slack group. Munira Ahmed, if you have paid the fees, you will be getting the Slack invitation. Please check your mail. And if you have not got any mail, then please contact the office number. I'll just drop the office number in the chat box. It is 8095 000 123. Any queries that you have, you can drop it to this particular number. If you have not got into the Slack group, if you have not got any CodeNest ID, whatever problems you have, you can message to this number. Ma'am, for drive, only trained student want to apply or anyone can apply? Only Codenest trained students. Only Codenest trained students, Vidya. And only those students who have paid the full fees can apply for the drives. But again, I'm telling you this, before applying for the drives, make sure that you have some knowledge or the confidence about the technologies that they are looking for. Don't just randomly start applying for the drives. Ma'am, gap in graduation means? Gap in graduation means, Suraj, let us assume that you have completed 2 years of 2 years of engineering, and maybe because you had many backlogs or any such thing or any medical condition, maybe you have taken 1 year of gap and then continued in the next year. This is called as gap in graduation. Ma'am, could you please tell how to join Slack? I'm new here. Afreen, you will be getting the invite in the mail. There in the mail itself, they will be clearly mentioning join the Slack group. You have to click on that, join the Slack group. You have to click on that, join the Slack group, and then follow the instructions whichever is written on the screen. It is normal English language itself. You just have to read it carefully, understand it, and then join. Aren't any of these drives providing work from home jobs? It will be there, Divya. Detailed information, you will be getting it in the Slack group itself. Work from home, work from office, all this you will be getting. Ma'am, almost to drive are for CS background and 2020 plus. Akshay, again, this is just 1 week. This is the drive details of 1 week. And in 1 week, I think there was one job that was asking for 2019 graduates also. And there were jobs for any specialization, any qualification, and any percentage as well. Okay, so this is just 1 week drives that I'm showing. 0.45, how I converted. Narayan, first of all, tell me, is it an integer number? This number is having decimal values. So tell me, is it an integer number? If no, then you tell me what is the heading I have given. I have given as base 2 format, which is the format for... Yes, no. This is not integer number, Narayan. It is having 0.32 as the decimal part. If there is decimal part, it is not an integer number. It is floating point or double number. And about floating point or double numbers, I have not yet spoken. Okay? So please have patience until I cover that topic. Ma'am, in command prompt, C drive, Windows System 32, how to change it to C drive, disk to E drive. You just have to press E colon. If you have to change the drives, you have to press E and colon. And Akshay, I have shown it in the previous recordings. So please check the video where I have shown you how to compile and execute and what are the commands that you have to use in the command prompt. Kindly refer the recorded videos. Any qualification drives can I apply? I'm not a technical student. Yes, you can apply, Rohit Shinde. Okay, I hope there are no more doubts. Great. So thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock and kindly join before 2 o'clock itself. Thank you. Have a great day.